themselves to your project and then commit themselves to another project and want to share the time. Joe was telling a story about, I can't come. I know you scheduled this for me, but I can't come. And Joe, I've got 7 other actors scheduled to be there. There's one scene here where we had 15 actors scheduled. You know how many of the 15 showed up? Goose egg. I got on the phone, called my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law always comes. It's good in life to have a brother-in-law that always comes when you need it. That's one of the things. So my brother-in-law, no desire at all to be involved in filmmaking in any way. Certainly not planning to be an actor. He's one of our thugs. He's Joe Chill's #2 thug in this movie now. And he's even given a name in the credits, even though we never mentioned anything. If you may have noticed, Adam in one of his little spurts of creativity named him Jack Nichols. A reference to, of course, Jack Nicholson, who played the Joker in the 1989 version of Batman. Any other questions?
Was the rain, the 2 rain scenes, were they real or were they manufactured?
They were not manufactured. It was raining and it was cold. And that of course created a sound problem, and we realized that. There's a lot of dialogue there that was very, very difficult. We'll have to see what we can do about this. This obviously is an early cut.
Yeah, I knew it would be difficult to mic that kind of situation, but the background music with that rain, the secret first one, the umbrella wasn't real well. I like it. I really enjoyed that.
Well, thank you. And that's it's important there to hear some of the dialogue, because there some of the references to some of the holidays are a little unclear unless you have someone to explain this. This was one of my choices, that particular period of time of the year in April and May, when there are a lot of holidays, but fairly obscure ones for a calendar man character to be interested in. Anzac Day. How many people here celebrated Anzac Day this year? Anzac Day, not a day that we celebrate here in America at all. But for calendar man, a man who is interested in the passage of time and the way people revere certain days, that would have been something to him great interest. Anzac stands for Australia and New Zealand armed something. It's a celebration of the participation of Australia and New Zealand in the First World War. And it's a celebration in Australia. There has to be the Australian character. Harley Quinn, and that's Allison Hunter.
Yeah, Allison Hunter.
Allison Hunter is a magnificent Harley Quinn. The different people who put on costumes for this movie, and the costumes are where a lot of that money went, by the way. Allison Hunter is a magnificent young actress, and she proved when she put on that Harley Quinn costume, she just became Harley Quinn, who is the former, for those of you again who may not be as familiar with some of the more obscure elements of the Batman mythology, Harley Quinn is the former girlfriend of the Joker. Of course, dressed in the obscure makeup. But Allison Hunter was marvelously funny. Brandy Nicole was our captain. And I don't know if any camera could capture accurately the fluid motion of Brandy Nicole dressed in black vinyl as she made her way down that set of steps. It was astonishingly, she's a beautiful young woman, and it was just an astonishingly beautiful image. And all the time as we're standing behind the camera, we're thinking, no cameras can capture what reality has here. One of the things that we would like you to note about this, as far as we know, we are the first Batman movie of any kind that filmed a Batcave in a real cave. And this is a real cave. In this case, it's Hidden River Cave, the Force Cave. They were very nice about allowing us to use their cave. for a little while to film that scene. We also filmed some other scenes that took place in their American Cave and Karst Museum. But those scenes, though I thought they were pretty good, they made it for a lot of what you shoot in something like this, I guess. Even if you like it, doesn't always make it into the final project.
What was your eye? What did you use for audio to record the audio?
Oh, lousy equipment.
Just
the
our standard,
built-in.
our DVD cameras, basically, and then we used part of the Vegas system, which is the voiceover that you heard. That's why the voiceover was so good compared, because we had that in the studio. That was done in the studio. Matter of fact, that was done this week. Like I said, there's a few little technical issues that we worked out, and we're going to work those out. But and I noticed the things because I haven't seen it till today. This is final rendering. I have not seen it. I'm happy with what I've seen. But of course, we see the technical issues that we need to work on, and obviously there's a couple of things I want to have tweaked before we put the final out there. We wanted to do this release today because we just wanted to show that we are finished as far as the film, and
With a detail or two to go.
sure, a few on my details too. But we enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, we had some frustrations that went on during this time, but overall we had a really good time. I will tell you this. Me laying under a blanket as a dead person, which I think we lost it.
That footage didn't make
that
it
footage
into the
was
final.
cut. But I had a great time doing that.
Not half as much fun as those of us who were observing the dead body. I have to tell you this one.
You're going to tell the story.
I'm going to tell this.
God, you're going to tell the story. I knew you. Boy, I should have. I have
Well,
brought
it's
this up.
one of those great scenes, and it really should
I
have
had
made
been
it
under
into
there
the
for a
movie.
while.
People have to do double duty, play more than one role. He's Joe Chill. He also played corpse number one for a while there. And as corpse number one, he lay on the ground with a sheet over him for a while. Even to the point that Datlon started to have mercy on his corpse and rolled up I think his gloves and tucked it under your head to give you some sort of cushion. And as often happens with many of us in uncomfortable situations, our bodies sometimes begin to react pleasantly. All of a sudden, a noise begin to emerge from beneath the sheet. And I suppose it's possible for corpses to pass gas. At any rate, it happened on this occasion, and that was one of our favorite moments. And again, looking back on it, your question, was it fun? Yes, it was fun.